Have you been arguing with somebody today or recently about one of the big global events or a political idea, social idea, for that matter, sports team, whatever? And have you found yourself getting a little bit squirrely, angry, irritated, or someone else irritated, squirrely, angry with you? Chances are you know what that's like. I think we all do. And in today's reading, June 24th, The Truly Educated Aren't Quarrelsome, we will explore this idea and learn some wisdom from the Ancient Stoics, reading from the Daily Stoic by Ryan Halliday. My name is Mike Stroh. This is the Starts With Me channel. I am a therapist, a meditation teacher, and someone in long-term recovery. I find this stuff super useful. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Consider supporting it on Patreon. All right, let's get into it. June 24th, the truly educated aren't quarrelsome. The beautiful and good person neither fights with anyone nor, as much as they are able, permits others to fight. This is the meaning of getting an education. Learning what is your own affair and what is not. If a person carries themselves so, where is there any room for fighting? Epictetus, Discourses 4.5.1, 7b to 8a. As another reading in this book says, and as in ancient wisdom from the alcoholics and many other spiritual traditions, right? Can we know what is ours and what is not? The wisdom to know the difference. Stay on our side of the street. Mind our own business. That's what this is pointing to. So let's get into it. Socrates famously traveled around Athens, approaching the people he disagreed with most and engaging them in long discussions. In these discussions, or what record we have of them, there are many examples of his conversation mates getting exasperated, upset, or aggravated by his many questions. Indeed, the people of Athens eventually got so upset they sentenced Socrates to death. But Socrates never seemed to get upset himself. Even when talking about matters of life and death, he always kept his cool. He was much more interested in hearing what the other person had to say than making sure he was heard or, as most of us insist upon, winning the argument. The next time you face a political dispute or a personal disagreement, ask yourself, is there any reason to fight about this? Is arguing going to help solve anything? Would an educated or wise person really be as quarrelsome as you might initially be inclined to be? Or would they take a breath, relax, and resist the temptation for conflict? Just think of what you could accomplish and how much better you would feel if you could conquer the need to fight and win every tiny little thing. Booyah. That's some good advice, isn't it? Can't we all recognize that impulse, that need to be right, to win the argument, to feel morally superior, to think we're better than, all that kind of thing? I think we can all agree that we experience that, or certainly you know someone who is like that. So some of these questions are super helpful, right? Can you take a breath? Can you pause? Maybe not so much in the moment. That's really difficult for lots of people, especially when it starts to get heated, but at least starting in reflection. Can you reflect upon your experience in these situations? Can you try to stay on your side of the street, mind your own business, not get or resist or acknowledge that impulse to try to control the outcome or try to make somebody else see it the way you see it? If we go back to one of the other readings, if only, right? If only this person would get it. If only they could see it my way. Now, we don't want to do this to the point of being sentenced to death like Socrates, of course. Obviously different times, but it's important to acknowledge that. So the practice today is notice any tension, disagreements. If they don't arise, is it possible just to take a moment to reflect on past disagreements? I know personally over the years through my recovery journey, and certainly beforehand, mostly beforehand, I would get so obsessed in these arguments or intellectual, I don't know if I call them that, debates with people, right? Trying to get them to see it my way because I knew what was right. My way was the right way. Now, certainly there's room for legitimate argument and disagreement. And it is important to stand our ground often. Although what we're trying to learn today is, when do we go overboard, right? When do we cross that line into forcing things down other people's throats, right? Or not listening to their point of view. Certainly this is going on all over the world right now, particularly in our culture war space. So another practice, can you notice when you're not listening? Can you notice when you are rehearsing what to say, when you're waiting for your turn to jump in and tell the person why you're right and they're wrong? Just bring some mindfulness, some attention to these patterns and see what happens. Chances are you will find benefit in that, and likely the person you're arguing with will find benefit in that as well. We can let go of our stubbornness or need to be right. Sometimes that just takes a little bit of a breath, a reminder. Connect to your ancient Stoic wisdom. Try to bring that into an upcoming situation or reflect on how you could have done better in another time. Okay? I hope you found that helpful. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, support us on Patreon, all that YouTube jargon. I hope you found this useful. I wish you all the best. Take it easy. Peace out. I am very grateful that you watched to the end of this video. Please click one of the boxes to watch more of our content, and otherwise have a great day. Peace out.